Welcome you all. Greeting from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I am Sugandhi, Department of Chemistry. I am here to give a lecture on water resources under the title Natural Resources. After successful completion of the module, students should be able to apply the environmental concept for conservation and protection of natural resources. The student should know the uses of water and what are the problems faced without having water. Introduction. Water resources. Water is an important component of all the living beings. Nearly 80% of Earth's surface is covered with water. All organisms are made up of water. Example, a tree is made up of 60% by weight of water. Animals are made up of 50 to 65% of water. Next, hydrological cycle. This process of evaporation, condensation, transpiration is called hydrological cycle. The river or ocean, lake water gets evaporated. The evaporated water gets condensed, that forms as a clouds, and then transpiration, that is precipitation. This process is called as hydrological cycle. Types of water. Water can be classified into two. First one is the surface water, second one is the underground water. Surface water also classified into two. First one is the standing water bodies, another one is the flowing water bodies, that is running water bodies. The example for standing water bodies, lakes, reservoir and estuaries. Running water bodies example, streams and rivers. What is surface water? The water stored on the surface of earth is called surface water, or the water which is coming out directly through precipitation and does not percolate down into the ground or does not return to the atmosphere by evaporation is known as surface water. There is a picture of surface water. Next, underground water. What is underground water? The water which is found available deep in the ground due to percolation of surface water is called underground water. This is a picture of underground water. Uses of water. Water is used for domestic purpose like drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, etc. It is used for commercial purposes like hotel, theatre, educational institutions, offices. Almost 60 to 70% of fresh water is used for irrigation. 20 to 30% of fresh water is used for industrial operations like refineries, iron, steel, paper and pulp industries. It is used to moderate the climate change and dilute the pollutants. Next, overutilization of water. The demand for water resources have increased due to rapid increase in population and industrial growth. Consequence of overutilization of water. First, decrease of groundwater. Due to increased usage of groundwater, the erratic and inadequate rainfall. Due to industrial activity reduces the area for percolation of rainwater and increase in surface runoff. Earthquake and landslide are formed due to overutilization of water. Pollution of water. It is due to the usage of fertilizer in the agricultural area. The chemical components enter into the ground and pollute the water. Erosion of salt water. In coastal area, overusage of water leads to rapid erosion of salt water from sea. The water is not used for drinking and agricultural purpose. Lowering of water table. Due to overutilization of water in arid and semi-arid region for agriculture, disturb the state of equilibrium of the reservoir in the region. Next topic, flood. What is flood? A flood is an overflow of water whenever the magnitude of flow of water exceeds the carrying capacity of the channel within its bank. This is the picture of flood. Causes of flood: heavy rainfall, melting of snow, sudden release of water from dam causes flood. Deforestation, mining, grazing increases runoff from rains and hence the level of flood rises. The removal of dense and uniform forest cover over the hilly zones leads to flood. Reduction in the carrying capacity of the channel due to the accumulation of sediments or obstruction built on floodways. What are the consequences of flood? Due to flood, water spreads in the surrounding area and submerges them. The plain surface becomes eroded and silted with mud and sand. Thus, the cultivated land area gets affected. Extinction of civilization in some coastal areas also occur. Flood management. It can be controlled by constructing dam or reservoirs. Controlled by channel management and embankments. Encroachment of floodways should be banned. Flood hazard may be reduced by forecasting or flood warning. It can be reduced by reduction of runoff by increasing infiltration through afforestation in the catchment area. Thank you for watching.